In this video, we will learn what a purchase request is, how to create it, and how it gets approved using a bicycle components as our example. So consider an organization named as Emerald Bicycle Private Limited, where the organization manufactures your bicycle and it prepares the monthly forecast, produces your bicycle and sells to customers. And so here you have a bicycle which consists of your seat assembly, frame assembly, handlebar assembly, brake assembly, accessories which holds up your bell, stand and reflector. Then you have your rear wheel assembly, drivetrain assembly and front wheel assembly. So from this bicycle, we take up the wheel assembly at front. So this wheel assembly holds your rim, spokes, hub at front, tube, tire. So this front wheel assembly holds up your item ID, item descriptions, unit of measurements, quantity and unit cost. So all the details which you're going to enter at your purchase request. Consider you're a purchase user and so you're going to raise a request. So for that, log in and navigate as a purchase user. After entering the ID and password, click on login. And so I have logged in as a Srinivasan, who is a purchase user here. At purchase and at transaction, you have your purchase request and your SSR, that your supply schedule request. So since we are going to create a purchase request, we will be clicking on this add icon. So before that, what is a purchase request? A purchase request in an ERP system is the formal internal document used to initiate the procurement of goods or services. So now we will be creating a purchase request by clicking on this create icon. And so here you have your location ID, unit, and so your sub voucher type which holds of your general, material and services. Here general is used when the specific category of the requested item or service is not yet clearly defined, or when it doesn't fit your standard material or service categories. It acts as a placeholder or preliminary request on which a material and services can be placed up. And when it's of material, it's used to request the procurement of physical goods that are either stock items or consumables or tangible items stored and tracked in the system. When it's of services, it's used to procure intangible services where deliverables are based on labor or time rather than your physical goods. So as of now, we are just placing it at general, and so the prefix may vary according to the type we are giving at. And then we have your purchase request date which can be elected up, and so the department which holds of production and sales and marketing. And then we have your requester. Here you have your CPC code, that's your cost and profit center code, which is a unique identifier code assigned in your ERP system to represent a cost center or profit center. It's used for your purchase request, purchase order and invoices for your cost allocations. Then you have your CPC descriptions. Now click on save. So that tick icon resembles to your save option. So here in addition, you will be having your purchase request number which will be generated automatically, and at origin you have it as a manual, and then you have a narration. So here narration in PR is a free text field. It's simply the description or remarks field where the requester provides your additional details about the requirement. And so the status is of draft since it's on progress. When it's been forwarded for your approval, the status will become entry completed. So after the document get approved, the status will become approved. So now let's click on this add icon to raise a request. For this, enter your item ID. So my first item, I'm giving rim. And so my requested ID is, request quantity is 200. And the unit cost I am giving is 690. So based upon your request quantity and unit cost, line amount gets generated. So the unit cost, it's a cost of single unit of material or service entered in your purchase request or purchase order to define your price per unit of quantity, where unit cost that's been equal to your total cost divided by your quantity. When it's of your line amount, the total cost of that line item in purchase request or purchase order that's based on your unit cost and quantity automatically calculated by ERP once you enter your unit cost into your quantity. And then you have your required date when it's been required, and you have a reference which of editable. You have a buyer where your buyer can be selected up. Then you have a GL account. So GL account is a general ledger account with a unique code in ERP or accounting system, and it's used to record and classify all financial transactions. And so this account fixed and CPC fixed, when it's been enabled, will be coming to a GRN as it's been configured off. And then you'll be having a, now click on save. After clicking on save, so those icons will get enabled up. So when you click on this details, it holds up your item details and other, and here you can see an inspection request which of always. When you need an inspection for this, so it will be at always. When you do not want any inspection to be done, it will be changed up your free pass. And then you have your purchase order and GRN details, so which holds up your last purchase order, last GRN, that's goods receipt note, and so your pending purchase request and purchase order. And it holds up your specifications, so which can be written as per requirement, and then your sale order, project allocations, and it holds up the actions. So when you click on this red icon, this line will get deleted, so it's of cancellation. So now let's add up our second item. And so my second item request quantity is 7,200. And so the unit cost I am giving as 2. Then we have our line amount. Here the request quantity I am given as 200 and the unit cost I am giving it as 100. So the line amount gets generated. And my fourth item, I'm giving it hub at front. And the request quantity is 100. And the unit cost I'm giving us 250. Line amount will be of 25,000. So I'm giving my buyer, click on save. And the last item I'm giving is tire, and my request quantity is 200. And so the unit cost I'm giving is 300. Line amount gets calculated as 60,000. After giving the buyer, click on save. So after giving up all such details, click on post in order to approve the document. So the document will be forwarding here to a Kaushik, who will be the reviewer. So after he reviews, the document will be moved up to Vimal, who is a manager and who will be approving the document. So as a first step, let's move the document for review to Kaushik, who has been acting as a supervisor. Now click on OK. And so the document has been forwarded. Now let's log in as warehouse supervisor. So there's a login page of our warehouse supervisor, Kaushik. Let's click on this bell icon and it holds up the approvals. Here you can see all the purchase requests awaiting for the action. And so now we will be clicking on this detail icon. So there's a document which have been raised as a purchase user. And so now the supervisor will have a review of it. After having a review of the item ID, item descriptions, so request quantity and unit cost, he will be giving approve. Now let's click on the approve icon so that the document will be moving forward to a warehouse manager for review and approve. So now click on OK. And now let's log in as our manager. So there's a login page of our manager who will be approving the document. Click on this bell icon, go to your approvals. So here the document falls at, click on this detail icon. So this is a document which has been forwarded from our supervisor. After having a review of it, you will be clicking on approve. And so here the action is of approve. Now click on OK so that the document gets approved. And now let's log in as a purchase user and look up the status. So this is a purchase request screen. So where you can search for a document, where you can be filtered it, and so you can be creating it up. Now let's search for document in order to look up the status. And now click on search. So this is my purchase request number. So here my status have become from draft and entry completed to approved. Let's view the document. And so now I have viewed the document and the status has been changed to approved from draft. And now let's click on this workflow log. So here this workflow history, it's a chronological record of actions taken on your purchase request. It's been captures who did what, when, and what the status has become, and ensures a transparency, accountability, and compliance. And this print icon, it generates a report. And so when you click on the print icon, a report gets generated of purchase request, which holds up your request number, request date, and so request by person who's been as a purchase user, and so the department. Then comes status, narration, and holds up your item for what all the items you have been raised a request, and the total quantity of it, and so the total amount of it. And then you have your prepared by person, checked by person, and so the approved by person. So those are all the things which holds up your purchase request details and report. Once approved, the status changes to approved and the purchase request is ready for our next step, converting it to a purchase order. And so we have created and approved a purchase request for bicycle components in ERP system. Thank you for watching.